Alright. And we are back with Wrath of the Righteous. Okay. Generals, like heroes, have different classes. They can specialize in melee combat, spell casting, or traps and siege weapons. And that's no concern to me anymore, as I have been demoted from commander and sent to go to hell. Or I'm sorry, to the abyss. Alright. Well, as disappointing as that is, I still gotta go save the world. Everyone went up in the mythic ranks, so... Second mystery. Well, you opened your mind and soul to learn the secrets of a second mystery. And gain a second oracle mystery. Bones. An oracle with the Bones mystery adds persuasion and stealth to the list of class skills. I'm not exactly sure what good that is. I guess it's the spells. And that's the biggest appeal. Yeah. So now he gains a bunch of necromancy spells. Circle of Death. 40-foot burst. 20d4 damage per caster level. It just kills them. Okay. Let's see, and those who are closest to the burst point of origin are affected first. All creatures with 9 or less hit die are slain outright. All creatures with more than 9 hit die take 100 damage instead. Hit die that are not sufficient to affect a creature are wasted. Then there's Animate Dead, Create Undead, Slay Living, Fear, False Life, and Cause Fear. Alright, let's go. So Darren just unlocks a bunch of spells. I never noticed it until I decided to make an Asmar, but Darren does not have golden lips. Oh yeah, you have to actually change it on your on the character's face. I literally just logged in, but like, I can show you exactly what that's about. Like every Azamar has a facial expression that gives them metallic lips or non-metallic. There. Character create. This is an Azamar. Go on. Oh, okay. takes a minute to get this far. But, there. Alright, here we go. So, it's really just a face. Like, if you see here, this guy's got metallic lips, and you just click next, and that's it. That's the whole mystery. Face 1, metallic lips. Face 2, non-metallic. And then it goes on like that. Let's see. It's just, I'm pretty sure it's tied to hair color. Oh, no, it's not. Alright, what is it tied to? Okay, eye color. Your eye color will change what the metal on the face is. That is so dumb. Yes, it is. I damn sure won't be the guy that tries to defend this. Alright, these are scars. Face. Yep. And there it is. So there's really just 5 faces. You just choose which one has, if it has metal lips or not. And it's just the lips. If you could make it like several parts of the body could be metallic, but whatever. And that's that. Alright, back to the Wrath of the Righteous. I'm actually fine with the metallic hair, though. The lip thing kind of looks dumb. Alright, let's see. So. There. Back. He gets the bones. So necromancy spells aplenty. Ember. She gets greater abundant casting. 4 more 4th, 5th, and 6th level spells. Because why not? When you have that many at your disposal, spellcasting seems pretty overpowered until you consider the fact that spell resistance still exists. Inspirational Leader. Your allies within 50 feet of you gain a bonus equal to half your mythic rank plus 1 to their initiative, saving throws against mind-affecting effects, and their concentration checks. Okay. Then Windwalk. What does the game give you? Ever Ready. Whenever you make an attack of opportunity, you gain a bonus on the attack roll and damage roll equal to your mythic rank. That's actually really good. What, Ever Ready or Inspirational Leader? I'm pretty sure Inspirational Leader is really fucking good. Because it's an always-on ability. And there's nothing here saying that it doesn't stack, so... you could probably stack it with a whole bunch of party members, all get Inspirational Leader. Saving throws are never an issue. Your whole party is always going first. Alright, let's see. What do you get? Abundant Smite. You can use Smite Evil a number of additional times per day equal to half your mythic rank. Sure, why not? It's not like I used it all that much anyway. Alright. Mythic Path. I don't mean that in a negative sense. Like, a lot of enemies die before I have a chance for Sela to even run up to them. Alright, now for lowest mythic rank. And this is the one where I get to be decisive or indecisive about it. So naturally, I'll be indecisive about it. Get the Azada. When I get here, mythic ability and Song of Broken Chains. Azada starts a performance that grants all allies within 50 feet a freedom of movement effect and immunity to compulsion spells and spell-like abilities. Sure, why not? Alright, what do we get? Boundless healing. I don't focus on healing. Brutality incarnate. The wounds you inflict with your natural attacks are anything but natural. Well, I don't have natural attacks. Cleaving shot. I'm not ranged. Dimensional retribution. Every time you're targeted by an enemy spell, you gain the ability to teleport to the caster as a move action for the next 2 rounds. If it wasn't for the fact that I already have the supersonic speed, that would be good. That's going to be really useful in the Midnight Isles. That place is teeming with high-level succubi who have dominate spells. Oh. Yeah, well, maybe they won't all be trying to kill me. And even if they do, I think having a paladin's going to help me out. Plenty. Distracting shots, still focuses on ranged weapons. Elemental barrage, literally says I need spells. Emergency help. This is quite a bit. Let's see, 3 times per day as a move action, teleport to an ally who has less than 30 hit points. Until the end of the next round, your first healing spell. I don't have healing spells, so that answers that. Emergency help seems kind of redundant. If I wanted to really focus on healing, I'd get Boundless Healer. Alright, let's see. Enduring spells, same issue, not really a spellcaster. Enforced Vigor. Every time you damage an ally, expose vulnerability seems interesting. Your ranged weapon attacks expose the enemy's vulnerable points. Every 3rd hit with a ranged weapon against the enemy deals additional 1d6 per 2 mythic ranks divine damage. Well, you're not wrong. This seems pretty neat. I wish it didn't focus only on melee, on ranged attacks. Yeah, it says ranged weapon attacks, so I don't think I could get away with using ranged spell attacks. Let's see. Last Stand. Let's see. When your HP drops low, you become unkillable for 2 rounds. You become immune to damage that would make you unconscious. I'll think about it. Leading Strike. Every time you hit a target in melee combat, you leave a mark on it. No, only one ally can leave a mark. Oh, yeah, no. Limitless Rage. His melee mythic ability is so hard. Technically, it's not as hard. I could focus on just the abilities that help anyone. Like, Inspirational Leader could be useful on just about anyone. But then, spellcasters get the best of it. Abundant Casting, Archmage Armor, Best Jokes. They really wanted somebody to make a spellcaster when playing this game. Let's see. And then Limitless Rage is really good. Just unlimited rage. If I made a barbarian, this would be the first thing I'd get. It's not even limited to your melee or your mythic rank. It's just, here you go. Infinite rage. Alright, let's see. What else we got here? Magic nullification. That's not even helping Darren that much. Master shapeshifter. Whenever you become the target of a polymorph effect. Now this would be like a druid. Mythic charge. I might get this if I can't think of anything else. Charge just deals d6, an extra d6 per mythic rank. Powerful shadows. You learn to utilize real power of shadows. Your shadow spells are 20% more real. Again, spellcaster. Ranging shots. Rupture restraints. 3 times per day you can automatically dispel any effects that make you frightened, dazed, sickened, shaken, staggered, nauseated, stunned, paralyzed, or confused. Now, does that mean I can like remove dominate person, like the dominate spells that Succubus cast? That's the question. If it could do that, then this would be an easy choice, but could have used that earlier. Yeah. Right. The bigger they are, you gain a bonus on your attack rolls with ranged attacks. Right. So, again, no. Oh, and no. Alright. Unrelenting Assault. Every turn, as long as you make at least one melee attack, you gain a stacking +2 bonus to damage rolls with melee weapons, up to a maximum of +10. Alright. Yeah, we'll go for that. Unless Unstoppable seems even better. Inner Fortitude is so strong that it lets you overcome most debilitating conditions. Anytime you would become paralyzed, you become staggered instead. Anytime you become nauseated, you become sickened instead. Anytime, and you become shaken instead of frightened. Sure. That is really good. Yeah, I'm going to go for Unrelenting Assault. Let me see. If I ever make it to get another one, I don't know what I would choose. Battle Meditation, maybe? No, you're unable to move. Lose your dex bonus to AC. All allies in 30 feet gain a morale bonus to attack and damage rolls. Saving throws against fear effects. I'd give this to like if I made a bard. Battle Meditation. Cleaving Shot is again ranged attacks. God damn, they really don't put much love towards melee. Enforced Vigor. Oh, every time you damage an ally. What? Why would I go out of my way to damage allies? Who would use this? Normally you unlock more abilities as you rank up. I don't know what triggers it otherwise. Oh. Alright, then I should be fine then. I know I can't get these because they focus on having an ability that my class just doesn't have. But alright, if I'm gonna unlock more later, then Unrelenting Assault and we move on. I get a new spell. Choose Bane. Wait, what does Haze of Dreams do? Let's see. Target moves at half normal speed. That's it. It just slows. Alright, Bane it is. And a second level spell. Hold Animal, Hideous Laughter, Cacophonous Call. Blessing of Luck and Resolve. I guess Cacophonous Call. Oh, I have a 3rd level spell. Rage, Prayer, Overwhelming Grief, Litany of Eloquence. Instant Enemy. Person, Heroism. Good Hope. I guess I'll get Good Hope. And let's see. What else is good? Overwhelming Grief, maybe? Nah, I'll get Litany of Eloquence. It might be useful. Might not. Oh, I get a few more abilities. Nature's Grasp. Let's see. Enemy has to pass a reflex save or be ensnared in tree roots. While in this state, the enemy cannot move and has a 50% chance to miss all attacks, as if all their opponents had total concealment. Each round, the enemy makes another reflex save. If the save fails, enemy suffers 1d6 plus half the Azada's cast as bludgeoning damage. Alright, that's neat. Optimistic Smile. Instant enemy is good. Favored enemy bonuses are useful. Oh. Oh shit, I didn't have a real determined idea on what to go for one way or the other, so we'll take it. Alright, that for instant enemy. There we go. Now, what does Optimistic Smile do? Nazada's smile encourages optimism. This spell removes all fear, compulsion, confusion, shaken, and frightened effects from party members and grants an immunity to fear till the end of combat. That's busted. Rainbow Dome. With this spell, Azada chooses to create one of 5 possible 10-feet rainbow domes. While within it, party members get immunity either to fire, to cold, acid, electricity, or sonic by choice. Fair enough. Alright.
All this waiting bores me.
I did say I gained another ability. Only 1 round per level, though. It'll have to be enough. Let's see, I guess, a Mastodon, a Movonic Deva, and a Zata Gale. Alright. Yeah, alright. Should be fine. The stone at the entrance to these gates is worn, so there is no doubt that they saw frequent use. This once used to be a working portal, it seems, but now the gates are inactive and lifeless.
Move out.
So I guess they want us to go down this way. Ah, the bones of a demon lord. appear. The stones of the ark emit a revolting, high-pitched shriek. In response to these vibrations, the particles of ash and grit under your feet float upward. They gather together and violently twist themselves into a whirlwind, at the heart of which an ember of magic flame ignites. The fire becomes brighter until you see a strange city inside the flames, featuring aerial spires, staircases that lead into the void, and streets entangled in a way that contradicts any logic or common sense. You see buildings that seem to be caught in an endless loop of crumbling and rebirth from ruin, islands that float in the ether, and alleyways that disappear and reappear again in a different location a few moments later. The city is reminiscent of a grimacing clown, one that makes mocking faces and changes its expression every second. Here and there you see other glints of light flashing on the city streets. After you look closer, you realize that the lights radiate from other arches, similar to the one before you. The gold coin with Baphomet's mark, which you found on Derazan's body, reacts to the revolting sound by vibrating. The coin appears to be an enchanted item set to resonate magically with the arch, possibly serving as a tool of some sort. Touch the whirlwind inside the arch. Let's see. Figure out what you're seeing. I just need a 2. There we go. Get a 9. You notice that the entire city appears to be littered with an intricate network of portals, with the arches serving as artifacts, allowing you to access the alien network. Interacting with the arches seems to require formulating a clear request in your mind, at which point the magic will transfer you to another portal along the network. Let's see. Determine the arc's origin. Well, I need a 14 or higher. Yeah, good luck. Holy shit. 17, you did it. The stones are cut in quite a rough manner, while the magical symbols appear to be drawn without too much diligence. It's quite unlikely that the architect of such an intricate network would have demonstrated such a lack of finesse. By all appearances, this arch is handmade, somehow connected to the web of portals and illicitly used for personal gain. Try to understand why you can't move to the other arches. It's quite obvious that this strange construct was not designed for mundane use, only transporting users to specific arches that they are allowed to visit. It's likely that some kind of system of magical marks is used, quite possibly shaped into tangible objects, to provide access to various arches. Before you get one such token, all the destination points will be closed to you. Azada? Oh, yeah. I have no idea how to read your name. But hello and welcome to the stream all the same. Alright, let's see here. Identify the place you are seeing. Judging by its surreal architecture, its chaotic conglomeration of houses right in the middle of the streets, and by the large number of islands that hover in the air or float in random directions, what you see is some sort of demonic city. This is probably really dumb, so I'm not going to do that. Alright. To the caves. What else we got? What's everything that's around here? Oh, this your first playthrough? Yes, it is. I'm doing the best I can. I'm making a lot of bad decisions while I do it. The Zero Dragoon band at the bottom covers up your party composition. Oh, yeah. So the party consists of my character, Lewis, Sela, Wenduog, Arushale, Ember, Dayron, Ivu, and I got a figurine that lets me have Bismuth, the Triceratops animal companion. And that's my party composition.
Head on!
Midnight Fane is right over there. Succubus. Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes. Her lips, crushed with blood, release a groan. What difficulty are you playing? Oh, just normal. You, Baphomet's spawn. Run. Run through your portal. You run too, Hebsamira. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge anyway. The good aligned choice is to heal the succubus. Yes, do the good option. Well, I didn't avoid doing the good option before. What's the worst that could happen? You may be a demon, but I still can't stand aside and watch you suffer. Oddly, the healing powers have no visible effect. She just moans, slightly shaking her head, and stares at you with her dull green eyes. She's in great pain. Why should the world have so much pain? Her eyes fill with tears. Poor Ember. Wait, who did this to you? Hepzimira. The succubus groans with hatred through her lips, half sealed with clotting blood. I've been following them, wanted to warn Our Lady. Curses on Baphomet and his spawn. What were Baphomet's spawn doing here? Crystals. They've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack the Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. We just got here and we're already tangled up in some web of intrigue. How's that for dumb luck? You used to it, Sela. Let's see. The one who maimed you, where did they go? Through the portal. The succubus's green eyes brighten. Are you chasing them? Find them. I'll get my revenge even after I die. Having lost the last of her strength, the succubus drops her head onto her chest. She then adds in a wheezing voice, "My key. I've got it hidden in a lesser shaft, not the one with the bones, and another one in a bigger shaft, among the old tools. Find them. Follow their trail through the portal." Let's see, you've kept Death waiting long enough. No, there's nothing I can do. Find them, the succubus whispers as you leave. I tried to help.
I lead, you follow.
Let's go down here and grab sloops. This might bite me in the ass if I go down here, but whatever. Let's see, what do we have here? A midden of enormous bones that likely came from giants. Here and there, rusty slave collars glint in the dust. Okay. These half-rotten remains of a giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. Deep grooves seemingly left by a giant hand furiously scratching at the stone. Suture. Hey, this guy! Alright. What's up? Alright. You hear some muttering coming from the pile of bones. Gone. They are all gone, and left me with nothing. I've been searching and searching, but there's not even a trace. A large giant skull shakes, and an old acquaintance of yours, the dretch called Suture, climbs out from under it. Grumbling and groaning, he notices you. He blinks, and then he says in a tone of extreme melancholy, "Oh, it's you." The dretch known as Suture is Arilu Vorlash's minion who accompanies her on her travels. After the vision you received, it became clear that it was Suture who, posing as a halfling crusader, stood next to you on the day Canabras was assaulted, and it was he who spoke to you when Discari attacked. Right? Let's see. What are you doing here, Suture? Can't you see for yourself? I've been browsing decorations for my newest luxurious palace, with a view of Ishiar's best beaches, the dretch mumbles. Then, without missing a beat, he states wistfully, "I was on my way to see Mistress Arilu, but I can't teleport when I'm like this. Every lousy Brimarat can do it, but I can't. All I could do was watch the Midnight Owls, or watch the, All I could do was reach the Midnight Fane and slip into the rift. But now I can't go no further. So I've been searching for portal keys." Portal keys? You've seen those big things up there on the surface? They were kept closed most of the time, so the slaves wouldn't run away. They can be opened with special keys. If I was lucky enough to find such a key, I would have left this nasty place in a heartbeat, and then, who knows, maybe I could have found Mistress Arilu. Right? Is Arilu around here somewhere? You're a funny lad, you are. The demon grunts. My mistress, she's like the wind. One moment she's here, and the next she's gone. But she loves coming to Alush, to the abyss. I would have found her by now if I could get out of here. What is this place? It's a little burrow dug by Baphomet's rats in the mansion of the illustrious Lady Nocticula. The suture grimaces. A former burrow, that is. Once I visited this place with my mistress Arilu, on business, and this place was abuzz with life. The slaves were working, the slave drivers were tormenting them, and Hepzimira was choking the life out of both. You know Hepzimira, do you? Nasty horn-headed Nephilim, and Baphomet's daughter to boot. Now there's no one here. As soon as I saw you, I knew right away why they all fled. Right? Why did all these where did all these bones come from? They belong to the giants who used to work in these mines. You don't think Baphomet's minions dug the rocks with their own hands, do you? This mine was depleted first, so they converted it into a dump. Every time an enslaved giant died, they dumped the carcass here. Alright. I'm here to find the source of the Nehemian Crystals. Do you know anything about that? Well, you've just found one. Good for you. The suture sweeps his arm in a wide circle. This is the mine where they used to dig for the crystals, but it was long ago. They depleted it and they left. So the crystals can simply be mined like any regular mineral? Simply enough, but not that simply. Suture groans or grunts. They can be mined all right, but the crystals are very rare and extremely expensive, and that's all I know. Are there many other mines like this one? There are several more on this island, as far as I could see. And they all must have been depleted too. Baphomet's gang wouldn't have left this place if they had even a slim chance of finding more crystals. As for there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know. Right? How long have demons known the secret of the crystals? What is this secret you're talking about? Those crystals can be used in many ways. If you're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from a crystal and poured into a demon, no one could ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress, Lord Baphomet and Descari are no fools to share that kind of knowledge with the entire abyss. See. Everything is clear to me now. So quick to understand, aren't we? Alright, I have to go. You know what? You better look around really closely. Mayhap you'll find a key. A portal key. It looks like a faded piece of glass. But if it's filled with power, it'll shine purple. I'll walk around too. Search some more. Alright. The giant's bones look like they have been gnawed on.
Onwards!
Got fancy boots and hide of a magical creature. Let's see, hide skin from a magical creature as it retains some of its magical properties. Charmed diamonds. Okay. And some boots. Boots of Stampede. There we go. Can't go wrong with this. Alright. Athletics, skill. Wait. Adds their rank and athletic skill as a bonus to damage roll on a successful charge attack. Plus 14. Yeah, that's just me. Let's see here. But these boots look cooler. Oh well. I'll find somebody else who can use it. What do we got here? Key to the Nexus portal. There we go. The stone is gouged and crumbled, and traces of glowing purple dust can be seen in several places. Alright, Dr. Suture. Hold on. I found one. Oh.
Move out.
Alright, here we go. Whatever. Let's see here. Alright. So there's the Midnight Fame portal, and then there's up here. Silver ring. Okay. Elven notes. Golden ashtray. Yeah, sure. Whatever. What do we got here? The mine shaft descends to an incredible depth, and there are depleted veins and empty ducts as far as the eye can see. Key to the Nexus portal. Ooh. Wow. It's quite a sight to see. Alright. With two of those, let me go back to talk to Suture again. Well, that's that. Let's get out of here. Oh, wait. Might as well go to the Midnight Fan, I guess. Although this could be an obvious trap set by that Succubus. Never mind. You kept date fleeing long enough. Self-prime closes eyes forever. Yeah, no. I'm not doing that. Morbid curiosity was all that was. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. Okay, everything's looking good. Going down. Bless me.
Move out.
And moving on up. companions. Acts like I have any other option. Except... Okay. I'm sorry? So... What do I do? Okay, let's try this again. No trace of dust on it. Same there. Alright. So... Alright, I have no clue where I'm supposed to go. Let's talk to the Hand of the Inheritor. Maybe he'll know. The Hand of the Inheritor seems to be immersed in either contemplation or prayer, but as you approach, he looks up. Champion, regarding our mission. I'm listening, Champion. Right? I have reason to believe that the Nehemian Crystals were mined right here in the mines. The angel flexes his wings. So, the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals, can be mined from the soil of the abyss, as if they were ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious, but this new knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity, and those mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with mythic powers did they manage to create? We must find out. I know the name of the person who was in charge of the mines, Hepzibah. Hepzibah herself. Anger rings in the Hand of the Inheritor's voice. I know her. She is an old and dangerous adversary, a Nephilim, a spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we have stepped onto is dangerous, but it is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Derazand, were just officers in the Abyssal Army, whereas Hepzibah is a true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I am not surprised that she is behind the secret of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she is capable of doing with them. Alright. A dying succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticula's and Baphomet's servants. I am not at all surprised. The alliances between the demon lords are usually fragile, and they break like a spider's web in the wind. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage, no matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance. We must learn more about what is going on. Alright? I've got a key to the portal that the demons who mined the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Let me take a look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of clouded crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. Key to the Nexus portals. What if I try to use my powers to open those portals? Alas, that is unlikely to work. These portals are unlike the seal in Dresden. They cannot simply be swept away. If you use that method, you will either destroy them for good or open the path, but not to the place where the portal initially led and where our quarry fled. I've learned everything I wanted to know in this place. It's time to open the portal and press on. Then let us begin the pursuit at once. The hand of the Inheritor exclaims fervently. The portal begins to glow brightly, and the hand of the Inheritor gestures forward, his hand clenched in a fist. Onward, wherever this road may lead us. After approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heaven above, just look at that. I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Alushanira, the damned city of Nocticula. That's where our enemies were heading. You think you're quick, eh? Well, I am quicker. The angel's blade is just a moment too late to touch the skin of the demon who rushes into the portal. That cunning creature has stolen our key. The portal is inactive again. I swear even the lowest of the abyssal creatures are disgusting and despicable. Let's see. What else we got? I've got the second key. The demon's plots cannot stop us, but we still haven't had much success in countering them. That is why we must make haste and move onward. This portal leads to Alushanira. What could this mean? It means we will be looking for a particular clutch of demons among thousands of their kind. Alushanira is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It is a little safer, or rather a little less dangerous, than the other corners of the abyss. Lady Nocticula loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it if her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly and without too much attention, her black heart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice as careful in this nest of sin. Will we have to move onward altogether? I do not think that will be necessary. We need an outpost in the abyss, and it will be the best if we build it right here, far from larger demonic settlements, and close to an active portal that will allow us to return here at any time. All your companions that are currently unoccupied should take care of guarding and setting up the camp. I step into the portal. Let's go. Let me tell you something, champion. We are going to Alushanira, the city of cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies and the Nehemian Crystals they took without the aid of the denizens of this hideous place. If Hepzimira has something to do with all this, we'll need another demon that matches her powers. We will need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we now know that there is a conflict brewing between Nocticula and Baphomet. I will not be welcome in this dark place, but I have prepared for this. The angel seems truly proud of his plan. I will cast a spell on myself so that not a single denizen of this plane whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible, I will follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place, as best I can. And the demons will be unaware of my presence. Now, let us go. By the light and the sword. And he went from being a wingman to like a babysitter. And we're stuck at a loading screen. You're still into Godfrey? After all that mess at the Fang? I mean, yeah, a bit. As far as I can tell, and I'm just guessing here, but there's a good chance I was going to have to go to the Abyss one way or the other. Ooh. What do we got? Fancy buckler and the Colorless Ones remains. The hell is this? It's a freaking novel. Captain Kurz became famous among the pirates of the Abyss after he slew the legendary monster called the Colorless One. This monstrosity spawned from the calcified remains of Demon Lord Colorfear. His body became an island, his blood became crystals, and the disgusting ichor that seeped through the isle's crags gave life to a monster, a crystalline ooze of mythic proportions. Silent and unseen, the creature slid through the waves of Ishtar, waiting for airships. When spotting prey, its tendrils shot out of the water like monumental pillars, and shattered decks into splinters. The translucent slime engulfed the sailors' bodies and slowly dissolved them. The Colorless One also attacked border settlements, devouring everything in its path, and leaving nothing except bloody ooze and acid-scarred buildings behind. No weapon or spell could overcome this beast. For Captain Kurz, hunting the Colorless One was a challenge. Stalking the beast in Ishtar for 3 years, he figured out that the Colorless One regularly returned to Colorfear to recover its strength and drink from springs tainted with the ichor of its progenitor. Kurz set up an ambush next to one of such riverlets, catching the Colorless One unaware. He gave a signal, and the fire spells ignited, encircling the mound of predatory slime with an incendiary wall. The creature boiled, foamed, and raged in the trap, but could not break out. Ichor. Oh, okay. I'll say it that way then. Even I know that word. Well, I don't come across the word ichor an awful lot. I know it's supposed to just mean like slime or ooze or something like that. Alright. The thing was dying, but too slowly. The fire magic ran its course, and the incendiary wall began to fade. The Colorless One attacked, grabbing the pirates and devouring them one after the other. The outcome of the fight hung by a thread when a flaming arrow streaked through the sky. It was Rabid Bitch, Captain Kurtz's airship, and he was piloting her straight into the Colorless One. Her sails and her hull were ablaze, lit by the pirate's steady hand. The captain himself stood at the helm. The burning vessel struck the pile of slime like a battering ram, and an explosion shook the island. The monster's chunks were tossed hundreds of feet away, where they writhed helplessly and dried into crystalline powder. Wafts of poisonous smoke rose to the sky, and a toxic cloud swelled over the site of the explosion. And it was from that cloud that Captain Kurtz triumphantly emerged, much to the joy of his remaining crew, covered in burns and sores left by the caustic slime, but alive and victorious. The tale of this hunt became a legend among the denizens of the abyss, and the Colorless One became a small pile of crystallic refuse. However, it still retained a modicum of its terrifying power. He named his ship the Colorless Bitch. Oh, sorry, no, what do you got it? The Rabid Bitch. Oh my god, why? Alright, what do we got here? Buckler of Protective Elements. A +4 buckler. Whenever the wielder becomes the target of a spell that deals elemental damage, even if such effect was prevented by a spell or elemental resistance, gains immunity to the corresponding element for 1 round. That doesn't sound half bad. +5. Interesting, but 1 round is not good enough. Oh. You think? Alright. I'll take your word for it. Still. It's a neat little story. Finish saving. Unpause when you're ready. Come on. There we go. Alright. Try it. This strange, eerie place is clearly a breeding ground for misery and poverty. Okay. Storm. Look, another mortal. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Illusionera's guests nowadays. Merchants, travelers, demonologists, every kind of filth. Right, all just strutting around, gawking. One of them approached me the other day and asked, "I'm sorry, I'm lost. Can you please show me the way back to the middle city?" Right. Is that it? That's it for their dialogue? Well, so I did. Haha, show him. You've got some nerve. If a guard caught you, they would have torn your head off. Nocticula banned messing with the guests. Huh. Plus, you already have spells for nullifying elemental damage, so it will never see true purpose. Oh, fair enough. I was discreet. Brought him to a nice and cozy back street where no one could hear his screams. Commoners, eh? I used to be a successful slaver once, but it took just one word from Shamira, and here I am, banished to this rat hole. What does the second one say? It's time to draw knives and stab the guards. Alushanera is a free city. And the third guy? Nauticula is a tyrant and a vicious bitch. I wish someone would scrape her off her throne and twist her neck. I hate her. Jeez.
Head on!
Finding your way around Alushanera. In this strange abyssal realm, space itself sometimes behaves in weird, unexpected ways. By turning the camera due south, north, east, or west, you can change the city around you, opening new paths. Oh, fuck me. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Alright, so... And if I change it this way... And if I change it over this way... Citizen. This stranger, a lad from another plane, was wandering around here, looking for cheap goods to buy, so we pitched him some hot merch, and the guards nabbed him right at the gates. What a laugh. Fun fact, later in time, Nauticula becomes a good deity. She succeeded in sending... Is this in the course of this game or in lore? Let's see. I sure could use a drop of shadow blood right about now. Just a teeny tiny itsy bitsy little drop. People say that Hepzibah is hiring workers to do some job for her. Lots of workers, a freaking lot, a whole army. Maybe I should seek her out. Spare a coin for a former arena gladiator who was mutilated by the damned fighters of the Nehemian League. In lore, not in the course of this game, you're playing the past of Pathfinder. For just 1,000 gold coins, I'll off your enemy as if he was a punious quasit. As a member of the Assassin's Guild, I bet my life on the result. Knowledge Arcana 31.
Maybe I did something wrong here.
Some lunatic has enchanted this house, and maybe not only it. Madness. Beggar. The other day, a gang wrecked this crap hole called the Bad Luck and finished off its owners. Now the tavern belongs to someone else. Have to go number 2. I'll be back when Right. Alright. See you when you get back. Rumor has it that you convinced Minago to betray Baphomet, and now she is plotting against her former allies. You're a cunning one, aren't you? Huh. Word travels fast. Lucianera honors Arushale and her friends. Use this for trickery.
I'm trusting you.
Alright, you unlock this. Move out of the way. Move out of the way.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Alright, try again. Oh no, the box is up there. Can't loot it yet.
I lead, you follow.
I used to be a successful slaver once. Oh no, I heard that song. Word on the street is that Shivaro seized control over the Succubi from Minago, but they're both alive, which means they struck some kind of deal. Let's see. Slave. Sorry, my master won't allow me to speak. I hate my master, hate him. A few days ago, a bunch of tentacle crept out of the crap drain and dragged away a couple of drifters. Those bums screamed like they were being torn to pieces. We nearly laughed our heads off. It's time to... Oh, no. Background. Missionary guest. I hate that scumbag. Ermengalef. He promised me a fight with Gelderfang. Then the whole league jumped me and knocked me out cold. The champion didn't even show up to the arena.
Something is not right here.
Living in Alushanira sucks if you can't fly or move around using magic.
I finished here. Is there more?
Not a freaking chance. You're gonna get a fair shake from Shamira. She'll chew you up and spit you back out. You'll be right back here in the slums before you can blink. I'm telling you. If she wants something from you, go find it and sell it to someone else for a heap of cash. That it? I always assume they have more than two, a 1-2 back and forth, but oh well. This guy is in the wall. You got a pamphlet. Things to See in Elutionera, a pamphlet by Beerzimbim Gimzapar. Elutionera attracts a great number of guests to the Abyss, with its captivating ambience and exotic delights. If you're planning to see the city by yourself and fully appreciate everything it has to offer, to seasoned travelers, you absolutely must include the main sights of this wonderful place in your itinerary. 5 famous attractions in Elutionera. The Battle Bliss. The fabled combat arena where you can watch battles unfurl between the most unimaginable creatures from the Abyss and other planes. Fights between infamous demonic duelists, large-scale free-for-alls, slaughter of defenseless slaves. You can see it all. All you have to do is pick the time and the event. The Flesh Markets. A massive slave market of the richest variety that yours truly has ever seen with her own eyes. It offers first-rate quality product for all uses, be it for work, pleasure, sacrifices, or other, more sophisticated purposes. Number 3, the 10,000 Delights. This house of passion and pleasure offers its services to all who seek carnal satisfaction. Guests are attended by true masters of their trade, who are so skilled that you just won't be able to leave, literally. So be careful about unleashing your lust and wildest fantasies, for half as many visitors ever leave the main gates of the 10,000 Delights as enter. Ugh. The Harem. Do you dream of witnessing abyssal political life? The Harem is the civic center of Elutionera, and the place where Nocticula's closest associate, Lady Shamira, currently presides. Enjoy this facility's magnificent architecture, as well as its exciting and fast-paced show trials. Nocticula's Palace. There is no question that the Palace of the Midnight Isle's sovereign is the #1 spot for any interplanar wanderer. The structure's grandeur, elegance, alluring grace, and imposing monumental scale are absolutely awe-inspiring. Truly, only in the Abyss could these qualities have come together in a single architectural masterpiece. Alas, yours truly never got the chance to take a peek inside this gorgeous edifice. Will you, dear reader, perhaps have better luck? Below there is an addendum in small print. Note: despite Lady Nocticula's orders that dissuade citizens from murderous excess in public spaces, the streets of Elutionera, particularly its dark alleys and seedy nooks and crannies, may present you with some unpleasant surprises. Given the possibility of these unfortunate developments, I would recommend having planar shifting spells prepared, or at least some means of teleporting to safety. Alright. On to the rooftops or down. I guess we'll go in here. Into the Bad Luck Tavern. Anytime now. There we go. Let's just go in and loot. Prismatic Ring. Oh no, that's a... Wait, what? This thing allows you to cast an improved version of Prismatic Spray once per day as a 17th level wizard. The wearer can recharge this ring by consuming spells for which the sum of their levels must be equivalent to at least 9.
I sense something.
Oh, there's a trap.
Move out.
Somewhere in here. Alright. Disarm.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Grant, go pick this lock.
I finished here. Is there more?
For the time being, no. Come. Snare on. Alright, let's see here. Start dialogue with Finian. Nope, he's got nothing new. Alright. You should never deal with that crazy bitch Valexia. When she gets bored, she starts doing horrible things. Slave. Master, hate him. Outside. Side. What about these three? The assassin pitch. Let's see, once the slaver and another injured by the arena. And this looks like something that could go on. Alright. Moving on. Let's see. No. I think this is something new. I hate that scumbag Hermangala. He promised me a fight. No. This is something similar to. Alright, I don't think anybody's got anything new to offer. Familiar face. Well, that's suture, isn't it? Alright. The halfling, with his horribly burned face and crimson, whiteless eyes, looks strangely familiar. After a moment's recollection, you remember his features. This is the Sobbing Man, who stumbled into a nest of Vescavers and lost his sight as a result. Luckily for him, you arrived just in time to pull him out of that ditch, only for him to end up in an even more dangerous and sinister place. You saved the poor caravaneer whose eyes were eaten by Vescavers. However, he mysteriously disappeared afterwards. Who are you? The halfling scans you suspiciously with his terrifying red eyes. He speaks in a silken voice, while his hand carefully hides under his clothes, where undoubtedly a weapon is hidden. The name's Sam Crow. And just who are you? Don't you recognize me? I saved you from those Vescavers. For a few seconds the halfling is silent, stunned, and then exclaims in excitement. From one eerie eye, a single bloody tear appears, out of sheer emotion perhaps. I thought your voice was familiar, but for the life of me I just couldn't remember where I'd heard it. So it was you. What a surprise, what a joy. I thought I was a goner, and then you grabbed me by my skivvies and snatched me out of the claws of death. I never had the chance to repay you. When I came to, I looked around and there were crusaders everywhere. My first thought was that they got me. They'd caught up to me, those pious dogs. I hadn't noticed that I was unbound and unguarded until later, when I took off running. I wasn't right in the head, you see. I had a nasty fever, and I didn't even get a chance to meet my savior. But not this time. I'm not going anywhere. Here, take it. This is for old Sam Crow, the scoundrel, who still lives and breathes instead of lying dead in that blasted canyon. Ashmaker. What's wrong with your eyes? I thought I healed you. The halfling grunts grimly. The Vescavers left some crap behind. Some kind of acidic slime, or maybe those wretches laid their eggs, I don't know. Whatever it was, on the 7th day, my left eye went dim, and on the 9th, some sort of shadow spawned in my right eye, or right one. It kept wriggling in there. A healer in the battle bliss cut out my old eyes and sewed these in instead. Now I can see in pitch darkness and tell differences in temperature and do a bunch of other stuff. A master of his craft, that healer was. Ruthless, though. How did you end up in that crevice? As soon as those crusaders started mopping up our forces in Canabras, I knew it was time to split. Them Eagle Watch interrogators snooping around everywhere, asking questions. Just how did Baphomet cultists get into the city with such ease before the attack? You know, half our agents are scholars, not spies. Catch one and he'll rat out the rest. So I was out there in an instant, and on my way back to my mates. I wish I could have found a proper guide, though, so I wouldn't have fallen into that Vescaver nest. Why were you scared of the Crusaders? As I was legging it away from Canabras, I just couldn't shake the image of the gallows they'd hang me from, for treason and all that. You wouldn't believe all the stunts I pulled off. I smuggled Lady Managa's letters into the city, hid cultists under the guise of merchants' guards in my own home, brought Faxon into the Tower of Estrad, did some research on the Blackwing Library for Lord Xanthir. Jesus. Who showed the demons where the Crusader barracks were on the first night? Me. They were all cut down, unarmored and half asleep. When the resistance gathered at the defender's heart, who was it that found out that and told the demons about it? Me again. The whole thing hinged on messengers and spies like me. That's why the Crusaders would have gladly hung me if I were caught. And I'm back. Welcome back, Atrocious. You scum. So many good folks died because of filth like you. Sela clenches her fists, her eyes burning with rage. Hey, has she lost it or something? Get this lunatic away from me. She'll hurt me. Why work for the demons? All for wizardly knowledge. I've always been curious to a fault, especially when it comes to magic. Once I was allowed wizard's books, there was no stopping me. So I met a guy who let me read a whole bunch of banned books. It wasn't until later that I found out that he was an apprentice of Xanthir the Plagued One himself. Now that one knows a lot. So I asked to be the Plagued One's apprentice too. That's how I chose my side. Right? What are you doing in the abyss? The halfling gives you a sly smile, which looks rather creepy with his red eyes. Same thing you are, hiding. You're one of us. Baphomet agents too, right? Why else would you hole up in this dump with me instead of fighting over in Galarian? I have a keen eye. Heh heh. And I can spot a fellow cultist from a mile away. Sam Crow grins smugly, clearly proud of his own insight. Attack. You thought you'd be safe in the abyss? You thought wrong. I'll be going now. You take care now, and remember, this is no Galarian. Things are rougher here. Alright, well, what is this Ashmaker item you gave me? What does this do? It is a flaming burst, flaming +4 monk weapon. Okay. This +4 flaming burst quarterstaff grants a +2 bonus on attack rolls and caster level for all evocation school spells. Huh. What does she currently have? War Mage staff. Okay, so what does this do? +3 adds a +2 DC to all saving throws against spells from Molder. Also grants a +4 bonus to caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance. So, I'm pretty sure this is better for her than the Ashmaker? Arguably better. Which one's arguably better? I think the War Mage staff is arguably better. Just because it gives a +4 bonus to overcome spell resistance. Of course, giving all the Ashmaker gives a +2 bonus on attacks. For the Ashmaker's arguably better. Hey, that. Because I'm not gonna have her run into melee and start hitting the guy, or hitting any enemy for that matter. Hey, if you say so. Equip the Ashmaker. Let's move on. I mean, it does look fancier. I'm glad I saved that guy. Alright. We are getting close to that time, so we're going to call it for tonight. I'll be back on later with Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and then I will be back on Monday with Pathfinder Kingmaker in the morning. Again, thank you to everyone who was able to stop by. I hope you had fun for as little as you spent here. Please remember to follow if you can, and until then, until next time, take care.